right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2023 Christmas Parade. The scene is set. It is looks great down here. We're coming up on our people leading the parade.
Just for the record, he is Peter White. I am John Clayton.
That's right.
And we're happy to be bringing you this.
Should we start
annual
over
festival.
again? Should we start
Sure.
over again?
Start over again.
All right, good evening. Here we are again. 2023 Christmas Holiday Parade. We have the Manchester. Right? All right. Now, these girls are representing the Santa Fund, right?
Yes, and the Manchester Police Department is out in force. People on the streets enjoying the flashing blue lights. We've already had the mounted patrol go by earlier in the day. They have other duties they have to perform tonight, so they got to go first and kick off the parade.
Yeah, which is great. I can't even see.
No, the lights.
That's great, though.
And the Manchester Police aren't just represented in the parade, Peter. Obviously, they're working on the streets of Manchester to ensure the safety. I saw a couple of precautions that were taken to make sure nothing untoward happened here on Elm Street.
Oh, yeah, they've been out all day down here getting ready for this.
Here comes the SWAT vehicle.
Yeah, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great.
Supporters and family members marching amongst the police vehicles. And here's the Mounted Patrol Unit's trailer.
That's great when you're down here on Elm Street. You know, WMNH is right up across from 1000 Elm Street.
Right.
And you can hear, I can hear the clickety-clack. And I'm like, oh, the mountain
The
patrol.
hose on the pavement. Yeah.
Exactly. But it's always a big winner down here. People taking pictures with them, and they have a new comfort pony also.
Yes.
I don't know if they've named it yet. Have you heard?
I have not heard. I knew it was in the works.
Have you heard Muffy, by any chance, as a name?
I haven't.
For this?
Do you want to lobby for it?
Well, I asked the chief already, but he hasn't gotten back to me yet. That is a true story. So tell everybody about the Santa Fund, because it's very interesting. Now, you know a lot about this. This was started out of post office fruit?
It was a brainstorm of some officials from the union leader meeting at Post Office Fruit.
Okay.
And they decided that, for the holidays, they wanted to help the Salvation Army, and that's where the union leader Santa Fund began. They recently had their annual breakfast. Late November, Joe McQuaid, the former publisher of the paper, was honored for the paper's 60 years of service to this particular charitable fund.
Yeah, it's really something. I remember back when I was up at Hillside, we used to raise money for the Santa Fund. We'd have our home runs would compete to see who could raise the most money.
Right. It's operated in conjunction with the Salvation Army, and it's one of the most important holiday fundraisers that take place in Manchester.
They said the first one, they raised $1,000 their very first year.
Start small. Manchester Fire Department marching in force here today. Local 856. They have worked with the Muscular Dystrophy Association on their boot drive and collected thousands and thousands of dollars over the years for research, MDA care centers, and send kids to Multiple Dystrophy Association summer camp at no charge to their families.
Really great, really hardworking guys and girls. And their boot drive also, right?
Yes, that's another one, yep. And here are several of the pieces of apparatus, engine 7, or truck 7. People are taking our picture, Peter, smile.
That's great. You're no stranger to the fire department. Your brother Bill was on the fire department for many years.
Three brothers, in fact.
Really?
Yeah. My brother Tom was a district chief. My brother Michael was a captain, and my brother Bill was president of the union for about 12 years. So, yeah, that fire service thing runs deep in my family. People always say, "What does your other brother do?" Meaning me, and they say, "Well, he's a writer." like I was a Liberace impersonator.
All right. Coming up next.
What do we got here?
Manchester Crime Line.
Here you are. And Jeff Nyan.
Manchester Crime Line.
And Jeff Nyan marching alongside.
Do you know they? Do you know they call him DJ Midnight Snack? That's great.
Some elected officials right
That's
here.
great. Yeah.
Alderman Bill Barry, among others.
Look at that.
School board member Jim O'Connell.
There you go.
Yep.
Hey. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
All right, Manchester Transit Authority.
Yes, you are correct.
Now, I saw this bus the other day. This is not your everyday
It's
average
a
bus.
very unique, new to Manchester fleet.
Is it their newest? This must be their newest
I
one.
believe it is. Yes. Of course, the MTA also operates all of the school buses in the city, so you can imagine the bureaucratic undertaking this is required. Coming to your view now is the Manchester Department of Public Works, serving the cities of Manchester in many different ways. The Environmental Protection Division, for one. The Facilities Division, by the way, the EPD has been a presence in front of my house for 2 years.
Yes, you probably know this guy, right?
Working on the Cohas Brook Restoration Project.
It's great. You know, I love the Department of Public Works. It's not, these guys are working hard. Like I said, I watched them all week putting up Christmas decorations. I called it their dream team.
Well, that particular piece of apparatus will be out plowing snow before long, so
Yeah, maybe Sunday.
Thank them for that.
All right, this is my old alma mater, John. Manchester High School Central marching band.
More than 50 members, which is great to see. This unit has performed as far away as Pearl Harbor in Hawaii some years back for the 75th anniversary. They raised all their own money to pay their way, and it was a great tribute. Ed Doyle marching in front with the band. Directors include Ed Doyle, Christy Lake. Drum majors are Colleen Stankiewicz, Grace Stankiewicz, and Catherine Ten.
All right, they're sounding good. All right. Coming up next, John.
Miss Manchester and Greater Plastow Scholarship Programs. Miss Manchester Teen 20 is Lily Boscheman. Lily comes from a family of military veterans and is enjoying her years of service supporting military communities. Miss Plastow's teen is Lillian Coro. Lillian's active in the arts community and spending her year of service advocating for music education and unity.
All right, coming up next, we have the Title Boxing Club. Title Boxing Club Manchester offers authentic, heavy, big bag boxing workouts that combine the benefits of high impact training and stress relief into high energy and fun classes. It's also home to the first and second place personal trainers voted best of the 603, Jillian Gravel and Mikey Black. Visit the Title Boxing Club at 460 Elm Street.
They're right at home, right here on Elm Street, where you are watching the 2023 Manchester Holiday Parade, courtesy of Manchester Public Television.
I always enjoy these next kids. This is rhythmic revolutions. I enjoy this.
Illuminated baton twirling and dance lessons for children 5 and up. Another familiar face here in the Manchester Holiday Parade. Oop, one down. I know earlier you talked about never having marched in a parade. I did.
You did.
As a Boy Scout, probably when I was 10 years old. So
I had to wait till I was 46. So be in a parade. You know who this is?
The New England Order of the Krampus.
Yes.
Since we are in the Christmas season, it's important to know that there are bad guys out there too.
Are they bad or are they good?
They're pretty scary.
All right. It's the New England Order of Krampus, too.
Now the Manchester Bears senior and junior football club in their trademark orange and black uniforms started in 1991, a member of the Northeast Junior High Football League. A lot of assorted parents and siblings also marching with the kids from the football squad.
Another great business in downtown Manchester here. Bangor Savings Bank.
Yes. They strive to make a meaningful impact and live by their, quote, "you matter more," unquote, promise of every day by placing the well-being of their employees, customers first.
All right, moving right along here in the 2023 holiday parade.
The Mosaic Art Collective. It's appropriate that their music that rings true here on the podium because they're devoted to all arts, musicians, and more at all levels.
Now this is a popular one here. Everyone
Yes.
likes to see this. This is the the 603 Mini Cup Racing Series. Wow.
And yes, there are real people inside of those vehicles.
That's great.
They almost look small enough to be remotely controlled, but in fact they do get.
Right here it says they're a quarter to a real car, and they can go up to 100 miles an hour. Wow, that's something.
That is something good.
All right. That's great. That looks fun.
And they race all over New Hampshire, all the way up to Maine and into New York State. 15-car field now for that group.
All right, we have
Here we go.
Diz's Cafe.
This is the one we've been waiting for.
Yes, we had some real celebrities in the back of their sleigh.
Yes, Manchester
Their
Inkling
sleigh.
publisher
It
Carol Robidoux.
even says Diz on the
It just
license
says it.
plate.
Judy Window at the wheel.
Judy Window, who's at the restaurant, John?
Yes.
There
Is
you
that
go.
Mikey Martineau?
That's
I
Mikey
see?
Martineau.
Yep.
It's Carol and Jim Rubidoux. Oh, wow.
A
Very nice.
a star-studded
Angela, very
float.
nice.
Oh, Batman has just made an appearance.
That's great. Now, Diz's is really great. Their sleigh was great. Now, Diz's Cafe, located, did we do this one?
No, we didn't read the
All right,
copy.
I'm going to located 860 Elm Street. Is a great place. It's where locals go and visitors feel welcome. They serve comfort food from a scratch kitchen in a comfy atmosphere. They serve lunch and supper Monday through Thursday, 11 to 7:30, and Fridays 11 to 9. Well, that's great.
In addition to supporters like Diz's Cafe, the Holiday Parade Committee wanted to single out Brady Sullivan Properties for their continued support not only of the Holiday Parade, but also the St. Patrick's Parade that's put on every year. Brady Sullivan Properties has been an incredible partner, and as you know, Peter, their famed White Tower near the Muskeg Bridge serves as a staging area for each of those events. So our thanks to Brady Sullivan Properties. Tommy's Pizzeria, wood-fired pizza.
That sounds good.
I could probably make a killing today.
Yes.
Just let me put my hands in the oven.
I'm actually getting a little hungry.
It had to be the Diz's float that got to you.
Yeah. What do we have?
This is the Girl Scouts of the Green Mountains, Green and White Mountains, I should say. Troop 58710. Girl Scouts from Pembroke, troops 58710 and 58754. Their float is a camping winter wonderland, which is really, really cute and well executed.
Yeah, it looks like they worked really hard on their float. Do you guys get Girl Scout? Do you like Girl Scout cookies?
Yes, I do.
I do too.
Yes.
But they're always, there's never enough.
No, and the packages
enough.
have
They don't
gotten
last-
smaller
yeah.
over the years.
They don't, when you finally get them, they go real
They
quick.
go fast. But there was always, one parent in every office in downtown Manchester who had a child, a
Yes.
girl in the Scouts. And the kids didn't have to do a lot of work because mom and dad did most of it for them. And to willing customers. It's not
Yeah,
like anyone who sort of
absolutely.
turned down to watch the Girl Scout cookies.
Now they'll get you before you go into Market Basket. Ugh. Oh, we have another marching band coming up next from another great high school here in the city. Seems like we've hit a bottleneck.
I think it's the dispersal area where the bands and the floats unload. Normally they would be doing that behind us on Central Street, but I think they might be going up to Lake Ave today. Simply given the volume of the
Yeah.
4 divisions is a lot of people in a parade.
Yeah, the biggest parade we have throughout the year, right? Because you have the St. Patrick's Day, which is a great one. Then you have this is the biggest though, the biggest. I think it gets the most people down here. Everyone's in the holiday spirit, and what's great, I was downtown last weekend, and I did a little Christmas shopping down here.
Did you?
Yeah, it's great little. I went to the Bookery. Great place.
Yes, it is.
I was looking at. Do you remember? They don't have a John Clayton section. I walked in there and I said, "Can you show me where the John Clayton
I
section
have spoken to them many times, and every time I go in, I look to see if they're in stock. They're in all the Rite Aids in Manchester, my latest
Okay.
book, which I find very entertaining. My granddaughter sent me a picture of it. She
They're in-
took with her mother's phone to let me know I was still on the shelves.
All right. Which book was that?
That was the most recent Manchester Remembered.
Okay. At
It's
your
a,
local Rite Aid.
it's a big seller because my picture's not on that cover.
Oh, all right. All right. All right. Like I said, we have another marching band. We have Manchester Memorial High School marching band.
They are performing the Holiday March as they make their way down Elm Street. The band is wearing its traditional patriotic colors, a red jacket with a red and white sash and navy blue pants, but instead of the traditional Castellane Vanguard helmets, the members of the band are sporting Santa hats. Those of a certain age here in Manchester still refer to Memorial as the new school since it opened in 1960.
Yes.
And of course named in honor of those veterans who have served our country from Manchester, and appropriate since we're sitting right outside of Veterans Memorial Park.
How you doing? That was Carol Robidoux from Manchester Inkling.
Yes. My
Now you
longtime
have Manchester Radio Group coming up here next.
some of the morning personalities. That's Margaret Patterson with her husband Tim and their child. You hear Margaret in the morning. If you're not listening to Peter White on Manchester Public Radio, you're listening to WZID.
It's only a click away.
Where yes, it is. Sometimes I have to go back. That's where Margaret and Neil White host every morning show, and we're happy to have their staff and crew on hand here today.
All right.
Yeah, these are the folks from Bellamy Fitness, dedicated to the passionate pursuit of good health and happiness. They offer multiple formats, so whether you're looking for a killer HIIT class, a super fun dance-based cardio blast, they are the place to go.
Wow. Oh, they have a little dance here.
Yes. Well, we are the staging area.
Yes. Very nice.
The U.S. Naval Sea Cadet Corps is next in our procession. It's a federally chartered nonprofit youth organization for people ages 10 through the completion of high school. It's comprised of two programs. The senior program is the Naval Sea Cadets. It's for young people aged 13 through high school. The junior program, the Navy League Cadet Corps, is for young people ages 10 through 13. In good form today.
I probably could have used some of that growing up.
Well, you would have marched in a parade a lot sooner.
Yeah, I probably, yes.
Sure. The 197th Field Artillery Brigade dates back to 1861, when Company E, 2nd Volunteer Infantry, mustered and conquered for the Civil War. The 197th has gone through numerous reorganizations since, but has participated in every conflict, including the Spanish-American War and France during World War I and II, the Korean War, Vietnam, and 3 deployments since 9/11. They also were instrumental in New Hampshire's COVID response, as you may recall. My shots were delivered at Southern New Hampshire University, and there were National Guard members at every station. We thank them for their service.
I'm going to say it again. I appreciate this fine weather. It was raining on us a little bit last year.
Yes, it was.
And as long as I've been doing these parades, this is probably the best weather we've had.
And I've done the St. Patrick's Day parade when the weather has been testing.
Yes. Well, you could leave your house and it'll be nice, but then you come down to Elm Street and it's the Elm Street wind.
The wind tunnel effect, exactly. But the lollipops are back in front of the Brady Sullivan Plaza.
I did see that. Do you like that? Does that make
I
you?
love it.
Yeah, I do too. It makes me feel good too.
Wrote about it many times. People are thrilled about it. So
that was originally the original one was called Fantasy.
Yes, and it was dismantled when, the Wagging Wheels Mobile Dog Grooming Corps just made their way through. So we have some 4-legged marchers as well as those on 2. But yeah, the letters, the Fantasy Wheel originally was a mobile project, and it would blow in the wind. And after the artist saw what the wind was like here in Manchester, he saw that there was potential danger there. So the city froze the lollipops in place.
Okay.
So it was a static sculpture. And the gentleman from Buffalo, New York, who made it was not happy with that. So he chose to take it back, and he installed it in another community. So the people at Brady Sullivan have been looking frantically to find the original, and later discovered it simply wasn't available. So they've manufactured their own and recently installed it in front of the Brady Sullivan Plaza.
Yeah, I think it's great.
The YMC Allard Center's gymnastics team, the Allard Center in Goffstown, of course, on Goffstown Back Road, has been dancing, flipping, and tumbling for more than 30 years under head coach Meg Norkland. The gymnasts range in age from 6 to 18 and bring a love of that sport together with the core values that embody the YMCA standards of honesty, caring, respect, and responsibility. Now, this next vehicle is a little bit familiar to me. It's from Bluebird Self-Storage, which has 9 locations across New Hampshire, including one here in Manchester on Brown Ave. Bluebird Self-Storage keeps your belongings warm and cozy all winter long. I visited their Hooksett location last week to start scouting out places for my books to be stored into perpetuity.
Yeah, that's great. Great Manchester. They want Manchester where they look
Brown
at.
Ave.
Yes,
Yep.
right.
Yep. Coming into view now is the Goffstown Girl Scout Troop 2354, joining the parade from Goffstown.
They should be throwing out cookies.
There would be stampedes in the street if they did so.
Yes.
Yeah. Great to have them here. UNH Manchester is also a very large part of this community, growing all the time. Mike DeSalle, the dean, is right there in the middle of the crew. Happy to welcome those UNH Wildcats, City Cats, as we say. The UNH golf cart is wreaking havoc on Elm Street.
Yeah. At first, I wasn't sure what was going on.
I thought it turned into a Shriners parade.
Wow.
We apologize for not identifying that group. As you can imagine, there's a lot of chaos at the staging area before the parade begins. Some folks don't show up, and that puts our books out of order. As my friend Tony Kornheiser says on his show, Pardon the Interruption on ESPN, we'll try to do better next time.
You can always do better.
Yes. That's a beautiful float.
It really is. All right. So,
PowerNights.com.
that's great. That's something.
That's beautiful.
All right, we got some more Girl Scouts here.
Mm-hmm.
Girl Scouts of the Green and White Mountains, Service Unit 233.
60290. That sounds like a TV show, doesn't it? Girl Scout Troop 60290 are dressed as the Misfit Toys.
Bedford, New Hampshire. All right. Girl Scouts, okay. Oh.
Janet. A beautiful mobile creche from the Emmanuel Church, always taking part in this parade.
Yeah,
But a lot of effort. That is a thing of beauty.
it really is. Every year. Every year.
Trailed by the three. Emmanuel Church of Hooksett getting drowned out by our next float.
Now this one's a big one.
Yeah, Kenyon Lawn and Property Maintenance. Always happy to be in the Manchester Holiday Parade
That's right.
with trucks and equipment.
And horns.
10 years now they've been in business. Commercial landscape, hardscape, and snow plowing, which again, sadly, we're going to be needing soon. They have a few of their pieces out here, demonstrating some of their snow removal techniques.
Yeah, plows have come a long way.
Yes, the snow wolf.
Yes. Oh, there you go.
We just had a visit from the Vermin,
Yes.
perennial presidential candidate here as we come upon the New Hampshire presidential primary, which is only about 2 months away.
Yeah. Yeah, I think end of January this year.
Yeah. So we had a Vermin Supreme sighting here in the Queen City. More trucks from the Kenyon.
Yeah, they have quite
Landscape
the
Company.
arsenal. They have quite
are
the arsenal.
Loading up from Manchester.
Well, coming up next, another one of these great high school bands, your old alma mater.
Yes, sir. Manchester High School West Blue Knights Marching Band. About 25 members. Again, it's coming back in strength. Great to have them back at the holiday parade. A jazzy rendition of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Directors Becca Berger and Chris Noyes. I want to thank everyone for supporting their program at West High School.
Now, do you watch any holiday shows? Is there any something annually or?
The Charlie Brown Christmas is kind of
Yeah, okay.
I have to make myself watch it, but It's a Wonderful Life. So I do. I'm glad that they've basically got control of the rights to It's a Wonderful Life, so it's not on 50 times before Christmas. So we do appreciate.
You watch it on that Christmas night, Christmas Eve, I think, or
And Cry Like a Baby.
yeah, it's so great though. It really makes
It
you.
is.
It makes you. I love that movie.
Yep.
Now, originally, It's a Wonderful Life was not meant to be a Christmas movie.
No, no.
It was, and it kind of panned when it first came out. It became a classic.
Yep. And the performance by Jimmy Stewart is striking in that he had just come back from World War II and had to, deal with the emotions kept left over from that and deliver that smashing performance. Cole Reel, our friend from the Chamber of Commerce, is here with us today on the Shop Small float. We just celebrated Shop Small last Saturday, but obviously it's something that can continue throughout the holiday season. So we hope you'll take advantage and patronize some of the wonderful businesses here, as Peter mentioned, that our increasing retail presence on Elm Street does allow for downtown shopping again.
Yeah, the Chamber does a great job.
Which was a hallmark of our childhoods, was downtown holiday shopping. When Manchester,
sidewalk sales.
Yep. And Manchester would have to have police officers at every intersection just to keep traffic moving.
You have the Grinch here.
The Grinch is here, yeah.
And here we go. The Grinch is right here, everybody. Did you see that?
Making an appearance.
Did you see that? Wow.
Whoa.
Look at this.
The Eagle and Son Spirit of Litchfield.
Wow.
Look at the people on that float. That's a lot of time and effort.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is always fun, Peter, because those people on those floats wave to us like we're big shots or something.
Yeah. Are we supposed to wave back? I can't. You have to.
It would be out of character
now,
for me not to.
Explain the. Do we know that the ping pong ball is? This is like a chance to. This is a chance to win something.
I don't know, but Cole Reel is the one who gave them to us, so I'll make sure I find out. Oh, redeemed for a prize at the Greater Manchester Chamber of Commerce.
And you can book a Christmas light tour. This is great.
The New Hampshire Party Bus. It's driven by the Grinch, so we've had another Grinch sighting. It's the reformed Grinch, however, who's discovered the spirit and joy of Christmas. On the roof, 3 Christmas flamingos with Ralph and Green-Hearted Flamingo leading the team and pulling Little St. Nick in his sleigh. And I think I see the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Fungo, Slider, Rowdy Red, and the rest of the Fisher Cat staff. Great to have them here in Manchester.
Yeah, it really is. It's a great.
Yep.
It's a great club. It's a great ball club. It's a great field down there.
It's a AA affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays, and they make their home here in Manchester. And it's always great to see Fisher Cats alums make their mark at the major league level, including players like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Dante Bichette.
It almost make when they came to the city. You feel a little love for the Toronto Blue Jays.
A little.
Yeah.
So here we have the Safe Wheels Transport, a school bus transportation provider moving hundreds of students daily throughout New Hampshire. Owner-operator Tara Katani and our team of drivers and monitors have been transporting folks here since 2016. Now here are the Manchester Girl Scouts. We've had some of the outlying towns, but it's great to have a girl from Manchester. Troops 10-920, 10-405, 12-263, 107-20, and 104-17.
That is great.
Again, nobody's throwing cookies at us. We should put that in the suggestion box for next year. Presuming we'll be invited back, which is a great presumption.
Well, they keep asking us to come back. So.
I know.
Well, there's still a lot of parade left, folks. There are a lot of people down here today.
It's really wonderful to see. Cub Scout Pack 110 and Troop 110. They've been in every Manchester parade for the past 25 years.
Wow.
The troop itself is 90 years old and have joyfully participated in every parade in Manchester. And I believe Alderman at Large June Trisciani is a part of their entourage.
– 25 years.
some point, Peter, I need to point out that I was the grand marshal of that first parade 25 years ago.
Really?
A gentleman named Andrew Svedlow was the director of what was then the New Hampshire Institute of Arts, and he asked me if I would do that, and I agreed only if I could wear a Hawaiian shirt, which I did, in an open convertible in December on Elm Street. Not the decision I ever made.
Do you still have that shirt?
I do, yes. I had it bronzed. The National Charity League and Families in Transition. I've been spending an awful lot of time there, Peter. As you know, we're moving, and we've been donating tons of gently used clothing to their outfitter store on Main Street on the west side, 2nd Street. And great to have them, all the services they provide, a food pantry, family shelter, and thrift store for families in need of warmth and food in the cold, cold winter. Coming into your view now is the Gospel Baptist Church. They've been serving the community for 32 years at 52 Concord Street in Manchester, and they are also an annual fixture here in the parade, and they go all out with their floats, so enjoy.
Yeah, what a great float.
That's beautiful, yeah. A little bit of George Michael tunes for the folks on Elm Street. Yeah, they come out in full force. Again, we have the second vehicle from the Gospel Baptist Church.
Yeah, they're in the building.
The Franco-American
Yeah.
Center. You're right on Concord Street here in downtown Manchester. And again, as you know, Peter, given my love of history in Manchester, it's great to see a building like that restored to use. The Franco-American Center is now home to the Gospel Baptist Church, and it was a Manchester landmark and then went dark. And so it's great to see what we call adaptive reuse.
And what happened? Do we know? Did it just stop being used?
The funding really wasn't there any longer, and so their library has been moved up to St. Anselm College, which is great. The Franco-American Center had a great French language library that is still active.
It's a unique building.
They just couldn't cover the cost of keeping the building.
All right, I see Rudolph here.
And this is the Manchester Parks and Recreation, Parks, Recreation and Cemetery Division. Always a crowd favorite, and yes, Rudolph is riding high on the top of their float.
They do a great job.
46 parks, 9 cemeteries, school grounds spread over 1,400 acres, and they also care for 46,000 trees that line Manchester streets and create recreational facility buildings and more for thousands of Manchester residents.
We have park rangers now.
Yes.
And they'll be coming in just a few seconds here. Rudolph's antlers are coming pretty close to some of the traffic control lights. Yeah, it's right.
Of course, the Parks, Recreation, and Cemetery Division has an awful lot to do with the success of this parade every year. Mm-hmm. All the work they put in the days leading up to it, and obviously participating as well. Rudolph just cleared the lights.
Barely, though.
No, they got to thread the needle.
And these guys are very important this time of year.
National Association of Letter Carriers, right here, branch 44. How would all those letters find their way to Santa if not for these men and women who serve our community so well?
And they do a big food drive every year also. It's great. And then, of course, you have Tommy Sapienza. Tommy Sapienza.
He was my letter carrier when I was working at the Mill Yard Museum, and I would always see him in Mill Building number 3. Tom was our guy.
He might be your. If you move down here, he may be
my letter carrier.
He may be your letter carrier.
Jody Nazaka from the
Does a great job.
Manchester Economic Development Office, who with her vice chair, Eric Lesniak, have done so many great things here in the last year or so. They are a dynamic duo working together, and again, have a lot to do with this parade too.
Yeah, Eric comes in every Friday to the morning show and doing great things.
Manchester Fire Department's vintage truck with Santa. I may have been premature on the Santa.
Right. Coming up, though.
I think they go really slow so all the kids can savor his presence in the parade. And he does have a phalanx of firefighters protecting him, too.
Well, here he comes, the big man himself. Mrs. Claus is here.
Well, Saturday night, date night. Wow.
That's
very impressive.
There he is.
And the kids get to ride with him too.
I know, right?
That's prime seat right there. Oh, Joey Michael on the back of the truck, keeping everybody safe.
All right. There you have it. We really do live in a great community now. You know, the police department, fire department, the parks and rec.
Letter carriers.
Oh, it's great. Everybody's represented.
We have an army of city plows coming our way. It's rather a formidable sight. And I think they're going to have to merge if they intend to go further down Elm Street. Either that or they're going to take out our staging area.
Yep, I think as we wrap it up here, I think tonight.
Santa is the unofficial end of the holiday parade. So we'd like to wish all of the viewers out there a wonderful holiday season. My name is John Clayton. I'm joined by Peter White. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Thank you, guys.